What's up, YouTube? Finally got another demo video, and it is for this AS Knight 3 from KR Sabers. This is for a returning client of mine, so to you, thank you for considering me again for an install. I did your I think it was an LGT OB1 Saber not too long ago, so finally have this one ready for you. I think I'll go over first impressions of this hilt. It was my first time handling this particular model. I think I like the kind of episode 3 aesthetic to all of their hilts in general, but with this one, I felt like immediately when I picked it up, it was like, wow, like I just really felt like I was holding Revenge of the Sith in my hands, if that makes sense. Like I held it and I was like, wow, it really feels like it's really accurate, feels good. It's got a really good weight to it. Definitely is a skinny flex, but there was still plenty of room inside for a good chassis still. You got a 2-button setup here in the control box. Bottom is our auxiliary, top is power. The grip section threads off. The pommel cap also does, but you don't really ever need to do that. Your retention screw is right here, which is really nice. It's kind of integrated and not some extra screw in there. And then you got your blade plug that the Saber came with. So let's go ahead and get to the chassis. We went with the Goth Eco CC chassis, so nothing too crazy going on. To take it out, you'll twist it, let's see, clockwise. Clockwise about a quarter turn, and then you can pull it out. And let's see, oops. Here is your Eco chassis. Provided crystals, resin printed ones are in there. You got your NeoPixel connector up top. The negative is this side towards the emitter. So when you're putting your battery in, it'll be flat side down this way. You got your CFX board in there. I will admit this was a beast for me to do for whatever reason, because the board before this, I installed it, it was all good. I had, fired it up a couple times and I was starting to do the configuration and whatnot, and all of a sudden it stopped working. I flipped this kill switch one day and it was just no sound. Just racking my brain trying to figure it out, and some little resistors had come off and I couldn't repair and solder them back on. So that was a huge bummer and it ended up being really frustrating, but got you another board and slapped it in there. So that's all good to go. Try to tuck these wires as best as I could, but there's minimal wires showing. You got access to your SD card. How I kind of did it was from the battery cradle. Just kind of popped it up, and then from both sides you can kind of pull it up. And that's how I programmed the Saber. So I can say it is pretty easy to do. You got your 28mm KR Saber speaker up at the bottom, and that is pretty much it. You got your brass tubes, which wires go up, and then there's a kill switch. So if you're looking at it, like this, to your left-hand side is off. So just for kind of reference there. But other than that, let's pop a battery in it. The emitter side being your negative once again, button top positive towards the speaker. So I popped it in, no sound obviously. Battery wrap comes from KR Sabers as well. You can just flip it. So it's going to be flipping to my right, as you can see.
It is too late for me, son.
Yeah, it also had me put a user interface Anakin kind of voice pack on there, so demo a little bit of that.
Sound bank selection.
That's pretty sweet.
Audio. SD card, system menu.
You can kind of hear his voice here.
SD card, USB access. System menu. Exit menu. I am a slow learner.
Let's put on that one.
I am a slow learner.
So top button being power, which is right there. There's your 2 crystals lighting up. They're in line with the blade. Super cool. Oof, that one pierces the ears. I did give you gesture control, so you've got swing on. So let's go ahead and pop this back into the hilt. What I like to do is flip the kill switch off, just because of this process. Putting it in makes it extra safe, makes me feel better. So when you're putting it in, the switches, the tactile switches, are going to be to the right of the control box slightly, and you'll insert and then twist it counterclockwise to lock it in, just like that. So the board will be 90 degrees from the control box. And then, let's see, before you do that, flip the kill switch.
I am a slow learner.
Indeed. Flip that back in, and you can test it out. So, I'm not sure, because I did have to replace the tactile buttons. I had an issue with them at some point and needed to replace them. I'm not sure if I accidentally changed the height of the buttons. I think I tried to match it as best as I could. But what I found out is that it was really hard for these to really reach down, especially the aux button for some reason. So I did shim it up, and it's like, you know, really fine-tuned now. Very easy to press. So yeah, just kind of a little side note there. You can slap your grip back on. Test it again. So let's pop a blade in real quick. So the blade retention, like I said earlier, just unscrew that thumb screw. Blade plug slides right out. Insert your blade. You can hear it very audibly touch the pins. Just push down a little bit and tighten this retention screw. I don't got a whole lot of room, but try to show generally the full blade. This is my personal blade. You already have a 7/8 and didn't have me build one for this, so it's just my personal. Flash on clash. I'll go to one of the Vader
Sound bank
fonts.
selection. I am a slow learner.
Anakin Skywalker. Anakin Skywalker. Darth Vader.
Oh, yeah.
You underestimate my power.
So I made this one have the slow ignition and the red blade. You can obviously change that if you'd like, but all the Vader fonts have the slow ignition. And I thought I was going to get blaster blocks when I pressed the aux, but I didn't. Oh, man. Alright, anyways.
Sound bank selection.
Darth Vader.
You basically have kind of Anakin throughout the movies, so we've got the Darth Vader fonts for each movie. Let's pick this one. To activate quotes, you hold auxiliary and swing. And then, I'm not sure if you're familiar with the CFX, but so I'll go over a couple basic things. But to do the
sound bank selection,
to adjust the volume, you hold the auxiliary to go into the font menu, and you scroll through
Audio player.
till you get to these menu selections.
SD card US system menu, exit menu. I am a slow exit system
Yeah,
menu.
system menu. You hold
Volume.
auxiliary, and then the first option is volume. You can press and hold.
Volume,
And then your blade actually shows the volume level, which is really cool.
volume,
Oops.
volume, 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 volume.
I'll turn it almost all the way up.
Sound bank, sound bank selection, volume. Blade power, blade length,
And you can adjust everything, which is really cool.
color profiles, previous menu. System exit menu. I am a slow learner.
I will be the most powerful Jedi ever.
So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll take the blade back out and take the chassis and battery out. I'll give it a full charge before I send it with the Saber. But overall, really, I mean, any KR Sabers hilt, they're really high quality, very well thought out, very accurate. So I think you'll be really pleased with the quality of this. One side note, when taking out the battery, I flip the kill switch just to make sure it's off, and then I hold it like this, and I just slightly bump it against my hand just to kind of get it started like that, and then I grab it and pull it out. So just a little trick that I usually do. I think that's easiest. But yeah, these just are really well thought out hilts. Can't really go wrong with getting any of them. And straight quality. I love it. Always sad to have to install these and let them go, because it makes me want to get one. But anyways, to my client, thank you for your patience. This did kind of take a lot longer than it really should have, but you've been just really cool. Been just trying to communicate with you and be honest with you, and you've been really cool. So I really appreciate your patience. It's much appreciated. I'll be getting this out to you probably within the next day or two, so I'll let you know when I do that. To anybody else, I am open for commissions. I've got a couple more Sabers lined up to finish up, so there'll be some more demo videos coming up. But if you want to contact me, I have an Instagram that you can message me on. You could even drop a comment here, and I'll kind of help direct you to either message me on Instagram or possibly giving you my number, and just kind of going from there. So yeah, that's pretty much it that I've got for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and may the force be with you.